Hey, Jim, how's it going?
Hey, it's going fine. How are you?
I'm good, and I really appreciate your understanding about the lateness.
Okay, cool.
So you're Jim Heath. People typically refer to you as the Reverend, right?
That's right.
Because I know that it's the Reverend Horton Heat, but I noticed like on the MySpace sites and everything, it's got each individual band member's name. Just to let you know, the show you're going to be on this Sunday is called The Church of Rock, and I'm a Reverend as well.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. I do it's like a rock and roll show, and I actually do weddings and things. It's kind of crazy, but we play a lot of your stuff, and there's a lot of people.
Great.
A lot of people. You're going to be in Bloomington, Illinois, on the 21st, I guess.
Yeah, that's right.
So what we'll do is,
21st.
Promote that for you, and make sure people know about that.
Oh, good. Well, that's very nice. Thanks, man.
21st, FQ Center Stage. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and roll if it's okay with you, then.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, and away we go. All right, my friends, as promised, the good Reverend has delivered something good for you. It's actually another good Reverend, the Reverend Horton Heat. Give it up for Jim Heath. Jim, thanks for being on the show, man.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people pressuring me. The Reverend's going to be in Bloomington, Illinois. It's like a half an hour away from Peoria. Get him on the show. You're on the show now, and, man, I commend you for working with us, man.
Well, good. No, hey, I commend you for having the taste to have me on your show.
Are you in Austin, Texas? Are you in Texas right now?
Yes, I'm in Texas. No, I live outside of Dallas.
Oh, okay. So I actually saw the Reverend Horton Heat many years ago in Peoria. I believe you guys opened up for White Zombie.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah, we did a tour opening for White Zombie. I'm not sure what year that was, but yeah, it was fun.
I'm thinking 90 or 2000 something. I guess my memory's like yours, man.
I'm thinking it was something like 2008 or maybe, 1998 or maybe 2000.
Yeah, that sounds exactly about right.
Yeah, something like that.
Now, Reverend, for those who don't know about you or your band, just real quickly, when did the Reverend Horton Heat first begin and where?
In Dallas in the mid-'80s, late 85, early 1986. I'm not really sure. I think it was late 85.
So you guys are you primarily influenced by rockabilly or all sorts of rock and roll?
Well, all sorts of rock and roll, blues too, country too, jazz too, punk rock as well. So, all sorts of different stuff. But at one point I kind of locked in on the rockabilly thing and kind of decided that it was the coolest music ever, and at the same time kind of like the kicking dog and the most underrated of all musics.
Hallelujah.
Is that a word? I don't think that's a word, but okay.
Hey, it's okay to create new words, man. I created a new word recently. You know what it is?
What?
It's guitarded.
Wow, I know a lot of people that are sadly guitarded.
No, just to be...
That's a good one.
So you've never heard guitarded?
No, I've never heard that one.
So if you ever get real if you ever get really desperate in the future for like some weird album or song title, feel free to steal it from me, man.
That's great.
Getting guitarded with the Reverend Horton Heat.
Oh boy. Well, that might not be politically correct enough for some of the publications and things that.
Oh, that's right.
Hell, I don't care.
The next thing you know, you got PETA on your ass.
I know, for swatting a fly.
Yeah, that was great. Obama swats a fly. PETA goes ballistic.
That's the coolest thing he ever did, and then they go ballistic. It's like, come on, it's a fly.
Now, does the Reverend Horton Heat swat flies?
Oh, yeah. Listen, you could not live in Texas without killing bugs. That's what we do. That's exactly what we have to do. There are so many bugs in Texas. It's ridiculous. So.
No, I know that you guys are going to be down at the FQ Center Stage in Bloomington, Illinois, Friday the 21st of this month, which is next week. And are you guys on tour with any other bands, or are you primarily on the road by yourselves?
Well, we're about to go out and do tours with several different bands, and I'm not exactly sure who's going to be on that particular leg, but there's a band we've been touring with quite a bit from Bloomington, Illinois, called Backyard Tire Fire.
Wow, yeah, I've heard of those guys.
Yeah, so we've been touring. So I think they're going to be on one of the legs, but then I know that a band called Throw Rag is going to be on several of those shows. And then not really much past that, we go on tour opening up for Motorhead.
Oh, one of my favorite bands and another Church of Rock mainstay here on our show.
Oh, good. Yeah, we're going to do a pretty extended tour with them all the way through early October.
So. Are you personally friends with Lemmy?
Yeah, he comes to our shows, and I've sat in with him and the Motorhead drummer Mickey D, and done. We did a little set one time where it was kind of like I got to be the guitar player for Motorhead.
Man!
For a simple short set, and that was cool. And then Lemmy came, and we did a tour, short tour out in the West Coast, where Lemmy would come out in the middle of the show. We'd stop the show, and we'd bring his amp out, and he'd come out and play and sing about 6 or 7 or 8 songs right in the middle of our show.
What a killer surprise that'd be for the fans.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. It was pretty fun.
So are you guys touring to support a brand new recording by chance?
Yeah, we've got a new recording that's coming out September 1st.
Okay.
So, but honestly, we tour irregardless of any album release. You know, we've had, this is going to be album number, 9 or 10, 8 or no, it's got to be number 9 or 10. But we tour and play music. That's what we do. So, you know, the recording releases of all that, they just kind of come when they come. So, but you know, we're going to be actively promoting it. We've been playing a lot of the new songs off the new album at our shows here this year. So,
yeah, what's the album called?
It's called Laughing and Crying with the Reverend Horton Heat.
Brilliant. And so you guys have been around almost 25 years.
Well, yeah, 85 almost. You know, I mean, I guess really probably the beginning of 86 would mark the 25-year spot. So,
wow,
yeah, that's crazy. It doesn't seem like that. I mean, you know, it just seems like stuff that happened 10 and 15 years ago was not that long ago, and now it's like I realize how disconnected.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
well, you know, rock and roll keeps you young, man.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I feel young, and we have a good time, and so, you know, to us, it feels like we're still trying to get better as a band like we always did, and so as long as I think we feel like we're getting better, you know, I guess we'll still do it. So.
Now, can you tell the audience who the other 2 members of the band are?
Well, the bass player, the slap bass player, Jimbo Wallace, has been with me for over 20 years. I think he came in about early 1989. So he's right just over 20 years, I guess. Jimbo's been with me.
Okay.
And then the drummer is a guy named Paul Simmons, and Paul's only now been with us about 3 years, a little 3.5 years, something like that. But he's just an awesome guy, and everybody loves him. And he's the best drummer we ever had, but he's also a really nice guy. So
yeah, that helps.
Oh yeah, that's the most important thing. So yeah, we're doing real well and really liking the setup. But oh yeah, it's like Spinal Tap. Reverend Horton Heat has something like 9 different drummers. There's one drummer I had. I can't even remember his last name. I know his first name was Steve. That's all.
Steve the drummer.
Yeah, Steve. Yeah, I don't remember his last name at all. But
that's awesome. So when the folks come out to see you play in Bloomington here on the 21st, do you guys mix it up, old stuff, new stuff? How does that work?
Oh yeah, I mean the majority of it is going to be old stuff, and then we'll put in 6 or 7 of the songs off the new album, and so basically that's it, you know. And then it kind of depends, you know. I'm not really sure how long that set's going to be yet, so
okay.
We had a chance to you know, figure all that out. So
okay. Well, I tell you what, we really appreciate having you on the show. It's been a kind of a hectic week with a kind of a hit and miss thing, but we finally connected with the good Reverend. Very glad to have you on the show. Extremely.
Hey, thank you so much for having me, man.
And I'd like to, can you hang on a second? And before we end this interview, I'd like to see if you could do like a one thing, like, hey, you're listening to the Church of Rock. This is the Reverend Horton Heat. Could you do one of those for me, you think?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end this formally on tape here so I can edit it down. Reverend, thanks again. It's been very pleasant. I hope to meet you down in Bloomington on the 21st. I'm going to try to get to you, man.
Okay, come on out and meet me. We'll be there. Thank you so much.
Can you say hallelujah?
Hallelujah.
It's the Reverend Horton Heat, my friends.